Hello and welcome back to IXL tutorials. This is Mr. Duffick, and today we are doing IXL E2, which just has you identifying the slopes of certain equation of lines. So you're going to get a series of questions, and they're all just pertaining to slope. So the first question here is asking to find the slope of the line y equals 1 over 3x. So the key piece of information here is the formula. So remember the formula for your equation of a line. It's going to be y equals mx plus b, right? Y equals mx and then plus b. If there's no plus b here, that just means b equals 0. But what's important here with y equals mx plus b is the m stands for slope. So whatever number is in front of the x usually is going to be the slope. So right here, y equals 1/3 x. So 1/3 is going to be our m. Therefore, it's going to be our slope. So we're going to type in 1 over 3. Good. Find the slope of the line y equals 7x. Again, y equals mx plus b. Our m is 7, and so the slope is going to be 7. Find the slope of the line y equals negative 4 over 9x plus 8 over 9. So b is 8 over 9, and b, of course, is the slope intercept. Or, I'm sorry, the y-intercept. But we'll get to that later. For now, just focus on the m in the y equals mx plus b equation. M is negative 4 over 9, so that's what we're going to type into here. Find the slope of the line this. Okay, the m right before the x is 7 over 2. Okay, find the slope of the line that passes through 9, 8, and 7, 9. All right, so for this, we need to... So for this, remember that slope is rise over run, or the change in, or the change in y over the change in x. Or what that looks like is y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So that just means we take the y of the second point, which is 9, right? Because every point is x comma y. But you have to distinguish your first and second coordinates. So our first coordinate is going to be x1 and y1. x1, y1. And our second coordinate is going to be x2 and y2. So maybe that'll make it a little easier. So y2 is going to be 9 minus y1, which is 8, all over x2, which is 7, minus x1, which is 9. All right? 9 minus 8 is 1, and 7 minus 9 is negative 2. So it's, and the negative can go, it's for both. So we'll just write negative 1 over 2. So your slope is going to be negative 1/2. So we'll come back here, negative 1 over 2. That's going to be your slope. Okay, we'll do this one as well. Okay, so we have, I'm just going to write change in y over change in x. Triangle is a delta. The Greek symbol just means change. So we have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And so we'll do x1 here, comma y1 there, then x2 here, comma y2 there. And now we'll just plug them in. So y2 is 13, y1 is 8, all over x2 is 1, and x1 is 10. So 13 minus 8 is 5, all over 1 minus 10 is negative 9. So our slope is going to be negative 5 over 9. Come back here, we have negative 5 over 9. Good. Okay, I'm going to jump a level and see if there is anything different. Okay, look at this graph. what is the slope of the line? Okay, well, what you can do for this one is you can identify where exactly the line is changing, or I guess more specifically, how the line is changing. So we'll choose a point, maybe where the point intersects here on the graph, and it looks like it's going to intersect at 0 and 60. So remember that y equals mx plus b equation? I'll write it up here, but y equals mx plus b. Well, we know the m is slope, and we know the b is the y-intercept. The reason why we call it the y-intercept is because it's where the line intercepts the y-axis on the graph. So we have y equals mx plus b, meaning since we see where the line intersects the y-axis here, which is at 60, we can plug 60 in for b. So we'll have y equals mx plus 60. Okay, I just wanted to throw that out there. And now the slope, remember, is the rate of change. So what you can do is you can isolate two different points on the line and then do our change in y over change in x. So we definitely know for sure that we have 0, 60. And it looks like we have one right here as well at 50, 70. So we'll have 0, 60 and then 50, 70. And now we'll just do our y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so y2 I'm going to say is 70 minus our y1, which I'm going to say is 60, divided by, I'm going to say 50 for x2 minus 0. Okay, 70 minus 60 is 10, and 50 minus 0 is 50. So 10 over 50 is just 1 over 5. So our slope is going to be 1 over 5. And so just to kind of finish the equation I was doing earlier, we'll do y equals 1 over 5 x plus 60. Now, they're just asking for the slope here, which is 1 over 5. I just wanted to illustrate what the y-intercept was and kind of how to find it. So we'll do 1 over 5. Okay, there you go. I can do this one as well, just to kind of cement what we did. Okay. So what is your slope? Well, we'll identify 2 points on the graph here that are very clear. Line intersects right here, and line intersects right, it looks like here. So that'll work. So our first point looks like it's going to be at 4, 1, and this point looks like it's at 6, 4. Okay. And so we'll do our y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 I'm going to say is 4 minus y1, which is 1, all over x2 is 6 minus 4. That ends up being 3 over 2, or 1.5, whatever you want to write. So we'll come back. I'll leave it in fraction form. 3 over 2. There we go. Okay, that's where I'm going to stop the video. Study hard, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next IXL tutorial. Goodbye.